Hey, everybody, welcome to Pocket Change, another installation of this great podcast. Excuse my mess, I haven't cleaned anything up. I've been working in the garage a little bit, but I've only been home a week and pretty much learning a new job. So that's pretty much taken all
And
my
you
time.
guys know I don't clean nothing up because that's all stuff to
Yeah.
list, and I promise to get it listed soon, and then it'll go where it goes. And so that
Have
mess
you,
down there is
have,
organization stuff, so I got to get it. That's racks to go on the wall.
yeah. So have you tried the eBay lister like this week? Are you muted?
Loves to mute me. I'm back, folks.
It
It,
does.
it hates my voice. This program,
It's like, oh, that guy needs to shut the.
it's right. I really do. Even my son was like that. He was like, "Really, Dad?" Because we've been having a lot of inclement weather here lately, and in my neck of the woods, of course, Ben's ought to stand up. I ought to make Ben stand up. So he's wearing pants just for me. Um,
Yeah.
it's a joke, folks. It's nothing like that. It's a joke. The thing was I texted Ben and I said, you sorry sucker with your 80-degree weather, and we're going to be down in the teens and single digits. I said, but you're getting a cold front on Monday. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
His cold front all the way down to 68. He was like, "Yeah, I'll wear pants for you."
No, tomorrow
Is,
is going to be like it's going to be
is it
cold
really?
tomorrow.
Like what? Like what? Like
Yeah.
like I have to
Hold
know
on.
what cold is to this guy who's lived in California and Florida for like 25 years. I have to know what cold is.
I have not. I don't think. Yeah, California
Yeah,
and Florida. Yeah, you're right.
California and Florida. You've been, our two of our most prominent warm states. You know, you haven't lived in Hawaii yet. That's that's
Yeah.
where we
So
should.
like Wednesday, Tuesday, the high is going to be
Oh
57.
my good.
It's
Oh my
crazy,
goodness.
and it's going to get down to 35. It's almost going to freeze here.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
it's
And we're going to
horrible.
get down to 7. And folks,
Well, yeah, you choose to live there. I
you
don't.
know,
I pay extra money for the warm weather.
folks, this is, I am not like Mike, you know me. I'm not up there with you, brother. I don't envy you living way up there. I don't. I don't at all. Love you, Mike, but I don't envy you living up there. I live in the South for a reason, but apparently it has decided that the South needs to be cold right now. So,
Oh yeah. So I looked up where Mike lives. It's going to get down to 9. And on Thursday, it's going to be 4. And then 2 on Friday and 3 on Saturday.
oh,
The highs are like 21 all those days. Most days are 17 to 18
see, we're
degrees.
going back up.
What?
We're gonna go back up. Ours is gonna be like 6 or 7, and then we're gonna head back up. Thank God for that. I know I look like I have enough hair, folks, but I don't. I don't have enough hair for this kind of weather. I just don't. I just don't.
Yeah, I got plenty of
I
hair.
told my wife, I said, when we leave here, we're either doing one of two things. See, here's the good thing about where Mike lives, though. They are used to that. The roads, they
Yeah,
clear
yeah,
the
yeah.
roads. I mean, here
Yeah.
they don't know what they're doing, and we've got people who think they can drive on ice and they can't. They skate around and do 360s in the road. 'Cause we get mostly ice. That's what we get. And if it gets snow, it goes to ice within a day. So it's just, I told my wife, I said, we need to move somewhere where it is cold, like where Mike is, and they know how to handle this kind of mess. Or
Yeah.
let's go to the Gulf where it's just warm. I ain't going to Florida.
Come
I
down. I
can't
mean,
afford Florida.
it's
I
going
can't
to get
afford
cold.
Florida. I got to go to
Yeah.
like Mississippi or Arkansas.
No, you can come
I
down
can't
here.
afford.
There's, trailer parks. You'll be
Do
fine.
you know? Yeah, I used to do property insurance in Florida. Do you know what property insurance on a trailer park in Florida is, on a trailer in Florida is? It's still
I have friends
expensive.
that I have friends that bought a trailer that when I was out this weekend. They're upset. They're moving back to Michigan. They've lived here for like 15 years. They own a trailer and a trailer park, and they sold the trailer park. Their trailer is too old to move, so they're just out. Boom, nothing. So they have to be out by by June. They have to have moved their trailer, or it's just going to get run over by a you know It's going to plow it over. Like, wow, that
So
sucks.
that's how.
Own your land, people. Own your land.
Well, now see here in North Carolina now. Here in North Carolina, some counties have ordinances that you can't have them. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. Guilford County is where I'm at has one of those. Alexander County used to, if it had to be, and I know we're talking about eBay reselling here, folks, but give me just a minute. I'm trying to my old brain. So if you the trailer could not be placed if it was more than 10 or 15 years old in Alexander County. So as long as it was
Yeah.
younger than that, it could be placed, and then it could stay as long as whatever. But it had to be
Yeah.
placed.
Till it falls.
But here in
Yeah.
Guilford County, among several other counties, I don't think the trailer can be more than 20 years old. Period. So like if
So what, they just
they make you
lose it?
yeah you it you trade it in. You laugh, but that's what you do.
No, I want to go to the lot where so these other counties, so they're buying them, moving into a lot, and people are showing up buying like $3,000 trailers, paying more money to pull it
Oh
to the
no
new
no no
location.
no no! That's not the way they do it. So like okay, so let's just say
It's
oh yeah, they're
reselling old
reselling them, but
trailers.
it ain't for $3,000. They clean them up, they fix them up, and they resell them. Because my wife and I looked at one years ago. This was gosh, probably 15 years ago, and a repo one that was already 10 years old was a double wide. Had been originally like $45,000 because they tell you what the original price was. It was reconditioned, so everything worked in it, repaired everything, with the cheap trailer stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was 30. What was it 34,000 or something like that? And it was like already 10 years old and reconditioned. I mean, it's like
Wow.
what? I mean, but I mean, yeah, that does go on. But yeah, you what you do is you take your model number and pictures, and you go to the local trailer dealer, Clayton Homes or
And say,
whatever, and
what?
you say, "Hey, here's what I've got. How about we work a trade in?" I mean, just like the car dealership, it's like you know, and they'll come. They may come out and appraise it. I mean, I don't know exactly how all that works. I hadn't never, hadn't got to that point yet. Yeah.
Trailer talk here on Pocket
Pocket
Change.
change. We
Yeah.
got to talk about it. I mean, what was
Yeah.
funny to me was I actually did own one for a while for almost a decade. And a single wide. I bought it brand new. This is what my wife and I was looking. We ended up buying a single wide brand new rather than buying a used reconditioned. Um,
Yeah.
and what was funny though is when we bought the shed from the local shed company. That you're bringing in, no credit check, no just make your payment or they come get it. It was funny. The shed was actually built with 16 on center studs, and every four
Yeah.
studs it was doubled up, like it's supposed to be, and the seal plate was lapped over each other like it was supposed to be. But we had some damage with the trailer and had to cut into the exterior wall in the laundry room basically. And when we did that, we actually had to go back in and repair the entire laundry room wall instead of just the door where the problem was at. We had to repair the whole because the
Yeah.
inspector was like, "Yeah, that doesn't meet code," because there was no lap over the joints. There was no, I mean, and we were fortunate that he only made us tear out the whole entire laundry room wall instead of the whole wall down the whole 80-foot long. Because we had the Mega XL 16 by, it was 16 wide by like
Yeah.
80 feet long. And I was like, oh God. But I looked at my wife and I said, it's a shame that our shed is built better than our house. But I mean, you know,
Yeah. I had a trailer. My first son was born. My in-laws, they had a 5-car garage that I redid the 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 top and made an apartment there and put in water and heat and everything. and we lived there for like 3 months. And then my ex couldn't get along with her mother. So then, what are we going to do? I spent all the money I had. So we ended up buying a trailer and putting it into a park. And it was all right. It was, it was different, but I liked it. You know,
You know
nothing
what
wrong with that.
gets me? You know really what gets me, and folks, I probably should not say this, but I will say it here because you guys know I don't really care if I offend some of you. What gets me is to hear some people talk bad about people who live in a mobile home park, shady acres
Oh
or
yeah.
whatever. They'll talk bad about them. Now this is just some people. It's not everybody. They'll talk bad about them, and then you go meet them on vacation. You go to see their
Hmm.
RV, and they're in a RV park, which looks nothing at all
Yeah.
different except the trailers are smaller.
Smaller. Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, wait. And then they'll tell you, "Oh, we're gonna set ours up permanently here because we really like this." So they set it up permanently, like a trailer, and do like a timeshare lease on. I mean, it's like really, you. I heard you. I've heard you
Mhm.
make fun of people in trailer parks.
You know what? That's because there's a certain portion of people that suck,
That's there
right?
you go,
So,
folks. It really is, and those people would suck even if it wasn't for this or that.
yeah.
There are a portion of certain people that just anyway.
Yeah. So, did you see the thing about eBay banning bots
Mm,
this week?
yeah, I was wondering about that. So how is that
Yeah.
going to play into our AI listers?
Well, so that's what I went and I was like, oh crap, we just bought this lister, but it doesn't say anything about listing. It's about eBay banning AI powered shopping bots.
Mm.
Now I don't know what that is. So I
What
mean,
is that? That's a good question. Let's look that up and talk about it just for a minute. See if we can get a Google on
yeah.
that. eBay AI shopping bots. I mean, I've never heard of that before, folks, but
So I guess it's about. I would think
as of
mm,
January 2026, eBay has implemented a strict ban on third party buy for me AI shopping bots. It is a thing.
yeah. So I guess the eBay, it prohibited use of a bot, a spider scraper, a data mining tool. So I guess it goes and digs into their things looking for stuff. Like, I want this, look for anything that's spelled wrong. Because that's, a good way to buy on eBay is you look for things that are, spelled wrong or classified wrong. So that way they've probably been there for a while and people think they're not worth anything, but they just, instead of putting an E, they put an I in it or something like that. So it never gets shown. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, it's they're called. So I'm reading on this little thing here. I just clicked on it, and they're called AI crawlers. And a lot of people apparently have been using them to buy on eBay items that would normally be higher priced, that should be higher priced, but have been marked down. Some of them actually, if it's been on eBay for quite a while, they will send offers, really low offers. So that's where we might be where we've been getting really like, because sometimes I get offers and I'm like, 85% off? No. I mean,
Yeah.
but apparently it's a big thing and it's become a thing and it's causing this one article right here. I don't know who this lady is. I can't give her any props, folks. I don't know. Says she's some blogger. She says that
Yeah.
eBay has equated that in the last 5 years to automated buying bots. They have lost well over $6.5 million with a spike in the last 6 months due to AI. And so they're six
So
and a half
they're selling
six and a
people.
half million for eBay. Does that really?
It is.
I mean,
Yeah.
where's my calculator? I got to figure this up, folks, because they charge us like on average. We've talked about how much charges before, but we'll say 20%. So if you've got 6 1 times 0.2 Well, that's 1.3 million. So I guess that is a big chunk in there. I mean, it would be to me, but I mean, you'd think that eBay, who makes like billions, that they wouldn't care about 1.3. But and again, I don't know who this lady is who's writing on this. Shelly Palmer, some blogger lady. You guys may know her. I don't. But wow, apparently it was a thing, Benz.
Yeah. So they came out, and I was like, oh no, is that going to, but I don't think it affects us. That's why I was asking you if you tried. I haven't done it in a
I
few
haven't
days.
tried it
So,
either, and it may. I read one thing that said it may affect listers for a little while, but probably not for very long. Because it's not really, they didn't implement it. Apparently, they didn't implement it on the listing end, it's on the buying end. So
yeah.
I don't know how they've done it. I don't know if it means that we're going to have to do more verifications when we go to buy or what. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I did not know that.
I hate, I hate when you get an article you want to read and then you click on it and they want you to have to
Give some kind of, yeah,
subscribe. Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, so folks, apparently, I mean, I had heard a mention of that, but I didn't know much about it. And Lord, I didn't even know there was bots and AI to even. But apparently, the reason they're doing it is because it's been a huge spike in the last 6 months, according to what they're saying. In and they make their money on fees, so they don't want you buying.
Yeah. Cheap, because the cheaper, the less they make.
But you know what's funny? You know what's funny? And I
That stuff probably wouldn't have sold
well, I
anyways.
just want to say this. It probably some of it would definitely. And some of it, I mean, there are people who buy on eBay all the time. They do this manually, and so they probably had bots helping them do it to buy on eBay to sell on eBay.
Yeah.
Because there are guys that, ladies and gentlemen, there are, you there are people podcasting right now telling you to buy on eBay and return around and sell it on eBay. In fact,
Yeah.
there are people right now, if you go listen to them, and gets, eBay does not like this at all. There are people right now who will tell you in a podcast to sell something and then buy it and have it shipped. And maybe that's another thing. That's illegal on eBay. They don't like that. So that's maybe another thing this AI lister's letting them do. I don't know. Or not lister, AI buyer. But here's one thing that really gets to me. So you and I noticed this. When eBay's AI, and I hate calling it AI, we need to call it DI, dumb intelligence, artificial dummies, AD, artificial dummy.
Yes.
When they wrote their AD, artificial dummy, into the program, things really started getting screwed up. And so when like Benz and I, who are more old school, when we rely on pricing, and you guys have seen it with our new pick and
Yeah.
pass episodes that we've done here lately or in the last while, we rely on previous sold to kind of dictate the price. Well, when we can't get good feedback from the AI, because the AIAD from eBay can't determine the junk, it makes it harder. So probably, I mean, just going to say this. I think part of the fault with this AI buyer lies on eBay's AD. And that's what I'm going to
Yeah.
call
Well,
theirs
I
now,
mean,
is
you know what?
artificial dummy. Because that's what it is.
Well, they're very protective of their, like I know the listers can't get you good sales, sell price because the eBay's very particular about scraping their data. So I think that's what it is that they're upset about. The other thing in the news this week, the Nantucket, I think it's where they're from, couple that's suing eBay, they finally got cleared to do a trial.
Mm.
It was supposed to be in January. It got pushed back. Now it's sometime in March.
Now, what are they suing
But
him
they, $500 million.
for?
They were cyber stalked by eBay executives and like second tier executives. They like sent them a bloody pig mask, sent them a fetal pig. They sent them a bunch of crazy stuff to their house. I can't remember
Whoa,
exactly
whoa,
what it all
whoa,
was.
whoa, 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 whoa.
So it's David and Ina
So,
Steiger. They do a blog, which I read, about e-commerce blog.
and so they said something
They
bad about
write this blog. Been
eBay.
doing it for. Yeah, they had said some stuff about eBay that they didn't like. So then the leaders, what were the Devin Wiegand, Wenig, Wieg. He's like the main executive, but it was like his team. I think it was IT people.
wait, wait, wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute.
A bunch of them went to jail
Wait
and
a minute. It was
everything.
IT people. I got to quit talking about IT people at eBay. I've made some comments about them. I'm gonna start getting some pig blood in, you know, because
Yeah, it was seven employees got convicted, criminal penalties like over like $3 million, and I think there was a minimum fine of like $3 million to eBay, and then there was six felony offenses
okay,
that they
okay,
won. So then these people have been trying to sue. I think they were going after like lower level people, like a couple $1 million. But I think now they've just basically they're going after the main executive, maybe a few of the so the C level people are out. So the B and the A and eBay is what they're going after for $500 million. So it's crazy. I'd have to look it up to
how?
tell you, but they sent them all kinds of stuff.
But but how? Why? How is that? Okay,
They
so
I don't know why they did it.
if I
They probably just having fun. Like, oh yeah, you think we're bad? They sent them bloody pig
yeah, but
masks.
if I
I think they actually sent like sex toys to their neighbor with their name on it, but put it the neighbor's address, stuff like that, just to
okay,
mess
yeah,
with them.
but here's my thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna say this: if I work for McDonald's and I assault
Yeah,
somebody and I go to jail for assault, how is McDonald's responsible for me assaulting somebody? That's my thing. Is these guys have obviously been convicted. They obviously
if
did
the
wrong.
it, so if no, so if you were in if you were in a meeting with Ronald McDonald, right? And he was like, "Yeah, get them people saying bad stuff about us." So you
Okay,
got to think about this. The very senior level people in the company knew about it, and they were messing with these people because they were saying bad things about
okay,
eBay. It wasn't that they came in there and they asked for a Big Mac and they said that you touched it and then called you a name and smacked you across the counter and then you jumped over the counter and hit them. This is like they really like cyber stalked these people for 4 years, I think, and they finally figured it out.
okay. So I get it now. If
That's
the higher
crazy.
up execs were involved in encouragement, if they were cheerleaders, then okay, I get it. My biggest problem is this. Here's what's really going to happen, folks.
Yeah,
They're probably going to win the court case, and then we're going to have to pay the fees to make up the difference.
I agree. But I think they tried. I don't think eBay. So I think they went to eBay and tried to. They put this out there. There's actually I think a Netflix movie. There's like two movies about it now, and I think they tried to take this to the court of public opinion, and eBay wouldn't budge. eBay wouldn't just give them whatever. Like, here's $50 million, go away. They just kept saying, no, 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 it's not our fault. It's just like you going, how's it my fault if the guy doing the fries jumped over the counter and punched you in the mouth? That's his problem. But I think, when it comes down to it, I mean, eBay got fined $3 million for not personal, but the government fined them $3 million because they did wrong. So if the government's finding you $3 million,
Wow.
so they lost the criminal case. Now it's
It's
going
going
to
to
the
civil
civil
case.
case.
Well, hey, it is what it is, folks. I mean, I'm gonna have to be more careful when I talk bad about IT people. I'm sorry that our eBay
I,
AI is the smartest thing out there. It's the smartest AI in the world. I apologize, folks.
yeah. We don't have. We're not that. They were more
Are
people were
you saying we're
listening
not
to.
that famous?
I'm just saying we don't. The 300 people that listen to our podcast between three different things aren't going to change the
I don't
world.
know. We
I
appreciate
don't think they're coming
each
after
and
us. That'd
every
be
one
cool
of
if they
you.
sent me a fetal pig.
we,
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I'm not saying that. I just saying I don't think we're on the radar of eBay about worrying about what we
I
have to
don't
say
know.
about them and their crappy AI.
They do have the crappiest AI out
My
there.
button busted off.
Oh, well, quit messing with it. There you go. Awesome chest hair.
All right. That was the free show. So hey, how was your
So
week? What'd you
we're
sell?
supposed to have
Anything?
this real formal podcast, folks. If that was what you're looking for, this you're in the wrong place.
No, this ain't it. This ain't it. But one thing we do talk about selling stuff on eBay. A lot of those other ones I listen to, they talk about making sourdough bread and you
Okay,
know.
so how was my week on eBay? Well, it's actually pretty good. I got word that I am back up to top rated seller status, so woohoo! I mean, so back at top rated seller. So if you guys know, I've had a pretty good go of it here. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag because I don't know how it's going to shake out, but this has been the best January I have ever had. Don't know
Nice.
by don't know
That's
how by how much yet. We'll know when January officially ends, but it is the best
yes.
one I've had ever. Best January I've ever had. We talked a little bit in our last podcast about how reselling is actually going up. So, folks, if not a better, there's not going to be a better time to get into it, I don't think. But yeah, top rated sellers sold some things, got some things going. I can't seem to get above 230 items, so I've not jumped the store yet, folks, because every time I get above it, I sell back. And so that's a good problem to have. That is a great issue. So really, I'm having a great time right now. Reclaiming my top rated seller. I'm selling stuff. Best January I've ever had.
I don't know. So we really celebrate the fact that you lost your top rated seller? I mean,
No, we're
it's like,
celebrating that I got it
yeah,
back, not that I lost.
well,
who,
yeah.
who
I'm just
celebrates that
saying.
they
I mean, you
lose their
did.
top rated seller?
Well, I'm just saying you didn't do the right thing. That's
Oh wait,
it's like after somebody comes out of rehab, they want you to give them a high five because they're no longer doing drugs. Just don't do the drugs in the first place. Maybe you'd be better
you
off.
gotta give them a high five if they come back. I mean, that's like your wife gives you a high five and a pat if you get your mojo back. I mean, come on now.
Just don't lose it. That's the plan.
I did have.
I'm just messing with you. I'm really glad that you got it back. But the problem wasn't that you didn't do things wrong. It wasn't because you didn't ship stuff and you went down because of poor
It's because I
service. You
sales.
just you wouldn't sell them enough. I don't know how I didn't lose mine this last year. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut so eBay doesn't hear it and take away my seller's stuff. But you know what? That one, that Marvel Chillers comic book that I sold for
Uh
$3,
huh.
right?
Did it
They still haven't left feedback, but so they have a month. They have until tomorrow
to ship it back.
to ship it back, the 27th.
Well, what I would
But I bought it on
suggest.
the 27th. But they sent me a note like on. So I'm looking at the thing here. So I sent them a thing for 441, whatever percentage off because it was 495. They came back, offered me $3. I accepted it, and then the next thing in there is like, hey, when are you going to send the label? And I said to them, this is like January 14th. When are you going to send the label? I sent back that day. You'll have to go get a label. And then they sent back on the 21st. There's no return label or QR code to scan so I can return this item. Why? And I said, well, you have to get a label on your end. We do returns, but it's buyer paid returns. And then they just sent back, you know, what? And I haven't heard anything since then. What? So they expected me to sell them something for $3 and then and pay the $7 to get it back. That's so crazy. Saying that they bought it by mistake when they sent me an offer. It's wild.
Well, I mean, I've had that happen too. I mean, the guy that returned the watch to me, he was like, "I bought it by mistake," but he paid to ship it back. I mean, he did. He
Yeah,
understood. I was not paying for him to ship it back. You ship it back. I mean, it was there. It's clear. It's in the. It's it's in the stuff.
it is. I mean, that's why there's. So this person probably buys stuff all the time and sends it back, and they probably get a QR code or they get a return label instantly. Because when I was doing free returns, you'd say I want to return it. It would go, here's your label, send it back. But on a $3 item, you can't afford that.
Uh-uh. I don't.
So I don't think I'm going to get it back, but I don't believe I'm going to get.
What I think you should do is send them a note now. Tell them that give. I will give you the note to send to them, talking about how You appreciate their business and they should leave you positive feedback. I'm kidding. I'm kidding,
Yeah,
folks. I've quit doing that.
I'm not. I don't do that. That's a bad thing. They have one item for sale, which is $48, and the exact same item. I looked it up. Average price is 21. So these people are delusional all the way around. I think.
They're
So
probably using one of them. They probably using one of them buyer bots.
my scraper bot. That bot probably sent. Yeah, yeah. This is one of those bot bastards, and they got caught.
They're buying stuff with a bot. Well, you and I have had experience with that before. Using programs that are not as smart as they should be, and how they kill. When you're doing it on a game, they kill like 4,000 of your troops just one at a time. I believe that happened to me, but yeah, I don't think you're going to get it back. But I don't know. I would stay quiet about the whole feedback.
Yeah, yeah,
Speaking of
yeah. So
feedback, have
I'm
you
gonna.
received any feedback? I mean, my number's gone through the roof, but have you actually received any feedback? I mean, I have, but have you?
Hold on. I'm at 713. I've added one more automatic feedback. And yes, great eBayer, as described in MIP. I don't know what that means.
You might have to look that one up. I don't know what that means either. Most improved packaging. MIP. What does MIP mean? Some of you folks have been doing this longer than us. Maybe that's an old adage.
Minor in possession is the most used thing of that. So, illegal charge for underage alcohol consumption. So, apparently he's drunk.
Thanks, as described, minor in possession.
Mortgage insurance premium. He spent his money on this instead.
I don't know. Can you not Google it as it pertains to eBay?
I am Googling. Minor in possession, mortgage insurance premium, membrane interference probe. That's probably what it is. This is my favorite, male iron pipe. There you go. It's a male iron pipe. That he knows me. I'm a male iron pipe. That's a nickname.
I had
That's what comes up.
I had it one while back. A while back, I can't remember. I looked it up and I couldn't ever figure out what they were saying because they used something like that. And I was like, I didn't know what that means, and I googled it, and it just never. I mean, but that's awesome. These days, folks. If you get any feedback and it's positive, it's awesome because since again we're going to say it since eBay adopted the automated feedback numbers go up like crazy. Like I'm already at 137, and the last time we talked, I was like at 131, 132 now, and a bunch of that. I mean, my automated feedback is up to 32. So
I'm at 41. You're catching me.
yeah, well, I mean, it's crazy.
So I put MIP as eBay feedback. In the context of eBay, MIP typically stands for mint in package.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And what were you selling there?
I I don't know. I go back and look at that. It was a NASCAR stock car,
Okay,
2016 Fusion. Yeah, mint in
so
package. Okay, that
so
makes
what
sense.
basically they're saying there to people who are collectors, because that's obviously a collector, is hey, you want to buy
Yeah,
from
yeah.
this guy if you're checking his feedback because his stuff's MIP. So that's great. That's great feedback. I mean, I can tell you.
I still think it stands for male iron pipe. Just saying. Just that's what I'm going with.
What,
MIP.
what in the world?
I'm down with MIP. Oh, you
Oh
say me?
Lord,
Down with
he just went
MIP.
way back, folks. Y'all, some of y'all don't even listen to this. Don't even know what that song is.
They're like, what are you
Um,
talking about, you
wow,
weirdo?
he went back. I think that was out when I was in elementary school.
Yeah, I'm a bit older than you, young man.
Not by much. Anyway,
Like 10
um,
years. Makes a
I
big
don't know
difference.
that you are 10 years. Are you 10 years? You certainly don't
73.
look
What year were
10
you
years
born?
since you dyed your beard. You certainly don't look.
I didn't dye my beard. This is what it's always
Yeah,
looked like. Don't go back and watch
yeah.
other
Go back and
episodes.
watch all that.
Hey, man, I couldn't get a job. I buy my shit, and then all of a sudden I've got
That's
a job, and
true.
now I'm. So I moved back for a position, and now they reached out to me today, and I'm probably going to go do a different position with the same company I work at, running a DC instead of a store, which is better for me because that's where my really,
Yeah.
distribution is where I have my years of experience, and I don't have to do a freaking cash drawer every day. That's and then give change and be friendly with people.
There's nothing wrong with
I'd
cash
rather be
drawing.
in distribution where I'm just in the office dealing with my employees and don't. The public sucks. No, I'm just kidding. Don't take that the wrong way. Or cut
The,
that.
the public sucks, and yet the job that eBay. Hi,
Hi, welcome
welcome
to
to
eBay. I
eBay
want to sell you some
resell.
stuff. I know, I was being facetious. Don't you know sarcasm? Actually, my wife did this to me. Look, so yesterday, my one day off, because now with this new position, I work 5 days, 6 days a week until they replace him. Whatever. But my Sunday, so we decided we're going to do, I'm like, I'm home, I want to cook. Don't really have time to go out to cook, so we talked about getting a meal plan. So I found every plate, which we had done before, and I got it. And at the same time, my wife went out and got a different meal thing. So we got six. I bought 5 meals. She bought 4 meals. So we got 10 meals coming every week. So that got all that stuff yesterday. The other one, well, what's the other one? I did every plate. I don't know what she did. Something easy, maybe. I don't know. Fresh and easy. I don't know. Whatever it was. That one got caught in the storm, so it's not here. Mine actually showed up a day early because they were trying to get ahead of the storm. So Sunday, I spent the whole day cooking. So I made I made 5 meals in one day. That's what I did. And I'm cooking. And then my wife's car, her battery died again. So I needed to call AAA and get them to come out and look at it. And so I was like, she's working because she's working from home. And she's like, hey, don't forget to call AAA. I'm like, okay, I will. Knowing that once I do it, the guy's going to show up in an hour at the most. So I put it in the back burner because I like to procrastinate. So I'm cooking, and then she like takes a break, and then I go, hey, check out the meal I cooked. And she's like, what's the deal? Where's it? What'd she say? Oh, that's good. We got food, but when they fixing the car? I'm like, what?
What do you
I'm like,
mean?
I was like, okay, fine. Let me get text them real
Wait a
quick.
minute.
So then fast forward till like 8 o'clock last night. We're watching a football game, and she's like, "Oh, you got offended by my sarcastic remark that I was just trying to be funny." And like, you weren't trying to be funny. You were being a snarky little
Easy.
yeah. And she's like,
Easy.
"Well, no, it was funny. It was funny." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's funny now, but you are not that quick witted to figure that out in the time. You were just being a bitch." And she's like, "Yeah, I was." I'm like,
Okay.
"Yeah, don't try to play it off and be like, I was trying to be
I,
funny." Like, you
I
weren't
have
being
a
funny.
question. I have a question.
Yeah.
Let me knock, knock,
I've
knock,
only been
knock,
home a
knock,
week.
knock, knock. Let me have a question here. I worked for AAA. I love AAA. But you work for an
Yeah.
auto parts supplier. Why do you?
The battery in her car is in the wheel well. You have to take the front tire
Oh,
off,
I,
take the
I
flashing
got you.
off, pull the battery out. I can get that same battery. So,
No,
so the
I
guy came
understand. I
out and
understand.
he battery's dead,
It's
dead.
it's
Actually, this morning,
easier to pay
this evening when I got
AAA to go
home,
do the work.
the neighbor kid was out there working on his truck, and I went over to him and said, "Hey, what would you charge me to change the battery in that car?" He's like, "I don't know, $20." I'm like, "All right, I can buy the battery for next to nothing." Because the company I work for, I can get my parts 5% over
Right,
cost. So I can
right.
get a AC Delco 42-month battery for like 120
That's what I was
bucks.
saying. I mean,
And
yeah.
yeah, but I don't have a jack, and but I'll probably get the neighbor kid. I give him 50 bucks to do it, and I'll save money
Well,
because it's
I
like
don't know,
like
'cause
installed. It's like $320.
oh yeah, yeah.
And then he's like, and then he said, "Oh, I think we charge $75 because of where the tire is." And I'm like, "Yeah, the last time the kid said that, They came back and said, "Oh no, we installed batteries." She's like, "Yeah, we changed that rule in a few cars." I'm like, oh, "Okay." So they charged 75
Hey,
bucks to put the
folks, I
battery in.
no longer work for
I
AAA.
don't
I have
blame
to
them.
put that disclaimer out there. Going back, flipping back, I actually got feedback this week. Yeah,
What? It's
it's
not
not
just.
just automated. I got feedback.
It wasn't. He worked hard like horse.
No,
That's what it
nope,
should say. He
nope.
worked hard like horse.
I'll give you a guess as to what it said.
A plus 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 seller
Not even, not
arrived
even,
as described.
not even that.
Don't keep me in suspense.
Great.
Great. Just one word.
With an exclamation point. Great.
Yeah,
Exclamation.
I got great eBayer, and I got as described, and then
As
I got male
described,
iron pipe.
thanks was my feedback 2 weeks ago, if you remember correctly.
There you go.
I'm getting
Great. Oh, just so you know, January 25th, yesterday was the day that I lost my neutral. So I have 100% feedback, zero neutral, zero negatives.
Oh, I was
Knock on
trying
wood.
to figure out what we were calling
It
neutral
takes a
there for
year.
a minute. Lost my neutral.
I lost my
Is that
neutral. Yeah, now I'm just stuck in
is that a
drive.
new
No, what?
term for virginity?
Yeah, yeah. Lost my
Lost
neutral.
my neutral. Anyway, a family show, folks.
I feel, you know what? That's funny, but I feel bad for your wife if that's your drive. It's neutral. All right, honey, I'm gonna lay here.
Family show.
I'm in
Family
neutral.
show. I'm in neutral. Anyway, folks, you can tell
We've lost all
we
track
have
of what
not
we were
been able
doing.
to talk
So,
for a little while because of the storm that came through.
I know,
So
because of the
you
storm.
guys are getting, I mean, like the whole ball of wax. Luckily, though, I don't think we'll have to cut much of this one out. A lot of times, there's times we have to cut a
Uh,
lot out for you folks.
yeah, I mean, we're keeping it pretty clean.
Now they're gonna think we're
I was
really
gonna say
bad.
something very racist and just for the hell of it, but I
What?
won't.
No,
I'm just
no.
kidding. Yeah,
Oh, you're blowing my mind here. Okay, we got to get back to
no,
reselling.
I'm just kidding.
So, I mean, have you sold anything this
Feedback,
week? How's your? I got a new offer. What? I just got an offer that came in. Let's see.
nice.
Okay, so they're offering me. Huh. This is probably one of the buying bots, folks. They offer, yeah,
85%.
literally, they offer me $5 on a $20 watch, so 75% off. And it came from a promoted listings ad. And they're from the
Yeah,
villages
yeah.
in Florida. I hope their house falls into.
Are they from the
Yeah.
villages? Well, that guy's trying to time his stuff. He's
Oh,
like, I need a
oh, he's
stopwatch.
yeah, he's trying to time the sinkholes. He's trying to keep up with how
Yeah,
many.
yeah.
Well,
There you
when
go.
his neighbor's house is going to actually. Do you realize when I was selling insurance
Oh,
for AAA in Florida, property, and all that stuff, and we ended up. The villages was one of the worst places for sinkholes in all of Florida. So God bless you, sir, that lives in the villages, but I'm declining your offer right now. You have been declined, and I'm not even going to write you a message back.
so you're talking about. Hmm.
Well, I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
You're talking
Hmm,
about the. You're
hmm.
talking about. I know, but you're talking about the villages, which is predominantly swingers, right?
I didn't know that.
So
Okay.
yes,
Wow.
yes, yes. The that is a huge swingers community. The villages in Florida, and a sinkhole is another name for the anus. I'm just saying, like let me see your
Family.
sinkhole. I mean, I just no, it's I kept it clean. I said anus.
Oh Lord. I can just see the 3-year-old going, just sitting there in the car now, going, "Oh, ain't it?"
Mommy, what's
Yeah.
an anus?
Oh Lord.
Yeah, he was the cop on the Dukes of Hazzard.
It's Enos.
That's what I was talking about. Anus.
Anyway, so So, have you had any sales this week? I know you've been back home, but I know you've been getting stuff. You had any sales, anything like that? I mean, we're getting ready to wrap this up,
I
folks.
shipped this morning. I on the way here after I left work. I had to stop at the post office. I had 6 packages to drop off from yesterday's packages because I didn't put on pants yesterday. I stayed in the house all day. Well, other than when they, well, did have the AAA guy come, so I had to put pants on. But that's just my word for not going out. And I sold a hat today for like $14. So not setting the world on fire. Still having sales like every day, but small stuff.
Yeah, but you're doing better than me. I mean, there's one like almost every day. You are doing better than me.
You know what? I got 3,500 items. So, I mean, better chance for random people to find it and buy it if you have 3,500 random
What
items.
does it mean,
So
delivery attempted?
that means they weren't there.
And now it's been held at post office at customer request.
Apparently, maybe they're in a bad part of town. At customers' requests, to say, "Hey, don't just leave packages." Have you seen those videos where the packages
Oh
blow
yeah, I
up on
love them.
people?
I think it's the greatest thing.
Those are
Hey,
great.
what I love though,
Uh,
and being honest, folks, I love the ones with the really good timers. Because what I loved was the
yeah.
one I saw a couple weeks ago, where the guy actually got it in his vehicle. He shoves it behind the
Wow.
driver's seat. He jumps in the driver's, and then you see it and slams the door, and you see it go off inside his car. The whole inside of the car is yellow. I was like, that is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the thing, folks, a lot of those are paint.
Yeah.
They're loaded with paint, and it's so you just painted the inside of your car. And I'm like, serves you right, you thieving dirty bellies.
Rascal.
You tell I don't really care for thieves. Anyway, I'm hoping that I'm not going to get a return on that. Of course, I don't know that I would.
I think it was held by the
It did.
customer. They
It
asked him to
said
hold it. I
customer.
would assume they'll go
So,
pick it up.
but yeah, so that's the only one I still got out is that one there. Because I rushed to get all my ones from last week out, folks, to get everything out to the customers to
Beat the
beat the
storm.
storm that hit here over the weekend. And it looks like everything got out and everything got delivered except for this one, and it was, so wow, that was delivered quick. Where did that go? Because I shipped that on so it was delivered on the 24th. What was that, like Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I shipped that out. I got it in on Friday. So where did that actually go to?
It wasn't Guatemala.
New York. That was
Hmm.
quick, folks. That's quick for the U.S. Postal Service because I got it there. I made sure I got it there
They,
Friday morning. That is quick. Let's track it here. Yeah, yeah, Friday morning. Yep. Wow. They put it on a plane. They got it the heck out of here.
yeah, they probably, yeah, they were probably like, okay, let's beat the weather, and they got everything they
Yeah,
could
that's what
there.
they
That's
did.
good.
Because I mean, folks, I try not to crack on the post office too much. I mean, I don't want them going. We have a term called going postal for a reason, so I try not to crack on them a whole lot. But that is lightning fast for ground advantage. That's like we went over and above. So hey, I mean, thanks U.S. Postal Service. If you're listening, that's awesome. Thank you from me, in the bottom of my heart. I hope the lady that got that was very ecstatic to get it. I mean, she bought it Wednesday evening. I packaged it up and it went in the postal service early Friday morning, and she got it Saturday evening. And that's New York, from North Carolina to New York. So yeah, that's what they did. They got everything they could. They just shoved it on plane and got it out of here. Is what they did.
Yeah.
Because that normally would go on ground advantage, which means it basically means it goes from one post office. It might go on a long truck, but it's really going to go to by ground, by truck to distribution centers until it gets to. But that's nice of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you've had some sales. I had some sales. What was your best sale? And you have a sale of the week?
I don't think I did, honestly. I think I had a lot of crap sales, but let's look real quick. Sold another vinyl, another, what is that? What is that? Sold a puffer vest kid from the Stranger Things. Sold another one of them. Those have been selling like once a week. Sold a Hot Wheels. Sold a belt buckle, two sockets, another belt buckle, and yeah, two buckles, two sockets, a Hot Wheels, and the
How many items are you up to now, folks? We want to know, don't we? We want to know how many items he's listed up to now.
I haven't listed anything of note.
Yeah, but you really haven't been listing since you had to come home.
Mhm.
But
I'm at 30. I'm at 3,574.
yeah, so see, there's the thing, folks. He's starting to sell almost boom, 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 whether he's really paying a tremendous amount of attention to it or not. Now,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. When he gets back to listing on a regular basis,
Oh, I'll
he
sell
will
more
sell
for sure.
probably. I mean, because he's probably not going to hit. He might not, but he's probably not going to hit the 10% rule.
Probably not. No, no.
But
I'm not going to sell 350 this month for
no,
sure.
but if he was listing on a regular basis, he would be close to it. And I don't know about January. January, I've never hit the 10% rule. I went back and looked. Never done it in January. I'm not going to do it this January. It's going to be below. But probably my best item, I'm just going to say it, is probably now my most expensive item was a sweater coat. But I'm going to say that the one that actually got shipped to New York
Yeah.
was a set of pajamas that I had actually toyed with taking them off. They're brand new. I got them for Christmas. I don't wear stuff like that, so never have, never will. Um, I just don't. So I I wear
Yeah.
like my
So,
jeans. I go straight to bed. I take my jeans off. I go to bed. I get up. I put my jeans back on. It's that's just kind of guy I am. I don't put around loungewear. I don't put on pajamas. I don't nothing wrong with the guys that do. My dad, my brother, one of my brothers I know at least does that. But my parents had bought me a set, thinking I would enjoy doing that. So I put them on eBay. Not expensive, and they weren't an expensive set. I mean, actually, they're like $20 retail. So, but I got 16, 15.99 out of them, and it only took me 2 years. So, that's the reason it's my favorites
yeah.
because everything sells eventually.
Yeah. So when I started listening again, so I've sold in the last 90 days, I've had 68 sales. And in the last month, when I really started reselling, hold on, last month, I've sold 39 of them. And in the previous month, I sold 22. So I wasn't, so what's that? 39, 22, 50, 61. So, and in the previous month before that, I sold like six things because I wasn't really doing anything.
You weren't
So
listening,
now,
and
yeah,
you were on vacation 90% of the month.
yeah, and these at a time. So now, now that I'm doing this, it's definitely working. So I just need to get back to full time eBay. That's my goal. I spent my one day off cooking this week and a little bit of straightening in the garage. I've been doing it after work. Lost today. So we'll see
Well,
what
you
happens.
lost today because we're doing our recording, folks, because we didn't really get to because of the storm. We normally do it on the weekends for you guys and take care of it. He'll have some quick editing turnaround to do on this one, but it is what it is. I called him up and I was like, dude, with this storm, I don't know. And we could have probably done it. I don't know. But
Yeah,
we did
that's
it.
fine.
Sometimes we do it
Um,
a little bit later. So he lost tonight because of that. But I will say this: my goal is still to get to the 1,000 store. But folks,
yes.
what you're going to understand The biggest thing you're going to understand, and this is where AI really helps, but it's still a little bit of a problem, is when you are listing, you will be selling too. So,
Yeah. That's
so you've
good though. It's
actually
a good
got
problem
to.
to
It
have.
is. It's a great problem, but you've actually got to push because here's the thing. So let's say you're got a goal. You're going to list 10 things every day, but
It's a good
so
goal.
you're going to list 10 things every day. That used to be my goals. 10 things every day. I want to list 10 things every day. Well, you go to your sell similar, you pull them off, and there was six.
You should list 10 new things every day, not
Well,
sell similar.
yeah, but
Come on.
I never did that. I always just like, okay. So I
That's why you never got over
pull that
200.
down, and I would put up, put four new with it, relist it, and put it on. And so it made it very hard to climb. And it does. Now I'm still doing that. Now part of the reason I know Ben's is like da da da, but I am very OCD. I'm very very OCD. So it bothers me when it's not even numbers every day. Because I tried that mess too, where I was like listing, like, okay, I sold three, I pulled down six, I want to go up to the next number anyway, so I had like 150, pulled down six, so that puts me at 144. I got to replace the three I sold anyway, and I want to get above the 153 because I sold three and dropped back to 150, so I want to go up to 160, and it would just create this odd number of listings. And when I come back to sell similar, I was like, I can't handle it. It doesn't. My brain, it just. So I keep everything on even numbers, even, not even, but what I mean is every day's equal.
Yes.
So, and that's what I do, and it has been climbing. I'm at 230. I'm
So we had a lot of comments. I had a lot of comments. We had a couple comments about on Spotify about our pick and pass. They were happy to see that back. So not this week, but starting next week, I think one of the segments on the show needs to be pick and pass.
I think we could do that, or if our audience wanted, and you guys can let us know if you wanted, we would maybe do one picker pass special a month. I mean, just throw one out there.
That's a good idea too.
I mean, because here's my thing that we talk about a lot here, and I want to keep up with our content here because you guys tend to really like it, and we like to keep it light too. We could replace a lot of our joshing back and forth and all that stuff, but I think it may be kind of boring. I'm willing to do a keep a special once a month as a picker pass. I think that's, but you guys let
Yeah,
us know what you think.
that's cool. Let us
If
know
you
what
want
you
us to
think.
start putting
And
picker
if
pass into our normal show, we can do like one or two items every
yeah,
time every week. I mean,
I mean, we need to get back to segments, and then we'll go from there. The news, I don't know, that didn't seem to be
I
that
don't know.
great.
I liked our
So
news this week. I mean,
yeah, but there was news this week. You're right.
sometimes
So
there's
never
not
mind.
news, but sometimes there is. So
Yeah. But hey, everybody, thanks again for
absolutely,
watching. It's been, great to hang out with you guys for an hour. Hopefully, you enjoyed it as much as we did. I don't really give a shit if you did or not. I enjoyed it, so that's what
folks, we
matters.
do.
No,
We
I'm
do.
just kidding. Ha,
Hey,
just kidding. If you're here an hour late, you know that I am quick witted and sarcastic. My wife isn't, but that's my home
just
state.
letting you know too. We are now that he's home. We are looking at the possibility of a live.
Yes, we need to do a
So be
live,
on the
and then
lookout for that. If we do a live, it will probably be on a Sunday, and we'll advertise it, but it'll probably be on a Sunday around 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Um, so that's just we're putting that out there now that he's back home. We're kind of playing with that idea too. So, but you folks let us know if you like say, hey, we don't care about the live. That's fine. We won't do it. But I love
yeah,
the picker pass, and you do too.
yeah. Leave us some comments so we have something to talk about. We had that one about they love the pick and pass. They like to see more of it, but whatever you guys want, we're willing to do. I mean, we're dancing monkeys here.
Was that song Dance Monkey? Anyway, oh dude, I got some great stuff for picker pass now. If I wanted to, I mean, I really do. Um,
It's a little late in the
it's
show.
really late in the show, folks. We won't do it this time. We will do one for you. I love picker pass too.
Yeah, if we do add it in, we're gonna put it like like the second thing we do because
because we may get distracted.
viewership falls off. Yeah, it might actually work. All right, everybody. Thanks again. Have a good week. Stay out of trouble. Stay warm.
Yeah.
See you.